Beneath the sands of Luxor, archaeologists made a discovery that perhaps was never meant to be found: over 1,000 intricately carved stone blocks from the ruins of a forgotten temple. This wasn't just any temple, it once belonged to a woman pharaoh. That sparked a question: why was her temple destroyed so deliberately, and who was she? Her name was Hatshepsut, now celebrated as one of Egypt's greatest pharaohs. But for centuries, history nearly erased her. She ruled during the 18th dynasty, from around 1479 to 1458 BCE, a time of prosperity, construction, and bold expansion. She wasn't just any ruler, she was one of only 4 women in ancient Egyptian history to be crowned pharaoh. After her reign, Egypt wouldn't see another female ruler until Cleopatra, over 1,500 years later. But the story of how Hatshepsut rose to power is one of the most intriguing tales in Egypt's long dynastic history. In ancient Egypt, kingship was a male-dominated legacy. So when Pharaoh Thutmose I had only a daughter, Hatshepsut, she was not considered a suitable heir. When Thutmose I died, the throne passed to Thutmose II, her half-brother, and, later, to Thutmose III, his infant son. During this time, Hatshepsut, as stepmother to the child king, ruled as regent. For 7 years, she governed in his name. Until she made a bold, unprecedented decision. She claimed the throne for herself not as a queen consort or regent, but as pharaoh, and she did it with brilliance. To legitimize her rule in a patriarchal world, she adopted full pharaonic regalia, including the symbolic false beard, royal kilt, and headdress worn by male kings, but she never tried to hide who she was. Hieroglyphs and statues honored her with feminine titles like Daughter of Ra, and even combined male and female grammatical forms, His Majesty, herself. Her gender didn't undermine her claim, it strengthened her uniqueness. To cement her authority further, she crafted a divine origin story. She declared herself the daughter of the god Amun, conceived when he visited her mother in the guise of Thutmose I. In temple carvings, she portrayed Amun, presenting her as his chosen heir. This wasn't just myth, it was political genius. In ancient Egypt, divinity and royalty were intertwined, and this narrative made her rule spiritually undeniable. She took a new throne name, Mat-Kher, meaning truth is the soul of the sun god. Mat symbolizing truth, justice, and cosmic order was the core principle pharaohs swore to uphold. By embodying Mat, Hatshepsut asserted her rule as both divine and just. Under her reign, Egypt thrived. She launched grand building campaigns and restored countless temples, her masterpiece. The temple at Deir el-Bahari, an architectural marvel carved into the cliffs of Luxor. She commissioned obelisks, statues, and monuments across the kingdom, some weighing over 300 tons, still standing today. She didn't just build, she expanded Egypt's power through trade. She sent an ambitious expedition to the fabled land of Punt, possibly modern-day Somalia or Eritrea, returning with gold, ivory, incense, and exotic animals. This was the first recorded seaborne trade mission in history, and it opened new economic frontiers for Egypt. Yet, despite her incredible legacy, Hatshepsut was nearly erased from history. After her death, Thutmose III, the very stepson she once ruled beside, launched a campaign to wipe her from memory. He ordered her name chiseled off monuments, her statue smashed, her achievements attributed to other rulers. Some say it was revenge, others believe it was a political move, an effort to re-establish male dominance in Egypt's royal lineage. And he made one symbolic gesture that spoke volumes. He built his own temple beside hers at Deir el-Bahari, but made sure it stood 11 feet higher. Subtle, hardly, it was an attempt to literally overshadow her legacy. But history, as it often does, had other plans. In the 19th century, archaeologists began unearthing her story. Bit by bit, her reign was reconstructed. And slowly, she emerged from the dust of forgotten time as a pioneer, a visionary, and one of Egypt's most accomplished rulers. Even her body was hidden. It had been secretly moved from its original tomb, likely to prevent desecration. Eventually, scholars uncovered her identity. Her majestic temple Djeser, the Holy of Holies, still stands today as a defiant monument to her power. But the effort to erase her wasn't instant. It happened decades after her death, suggesting this wasn't personal vengeance, but a broader political strategy. Some historians still ask, was Thutmose III trying to reclaim his legacy, or was it about restoring patriarchal order? Maybe. Whatever the reason, her story survived. And then, in 2017, something remarkable happened. In Dashur, archaeologists unearthed a long-lost pyramid completely sealed, unlike most found nearby. They carefully removed the capstone, expecting a pristine chamber. Instead, they found chaos. The tomb had already been looted, its contents scattered. But in the wreckage, they discovered a chest. Using modern scanning tech, they deciphered the worn hieroglyphs. One name emerged, clear as day: Princess Hatshepsut. Not the same Hatshepsut, but another royal woman from Egypt's 13th dynasty long before the famous pharaoh. Her identity was almost unknown, her story lost to time. But it raised questions. Why had her tomb been sealed after being looted? What secrets did ancient Egyptians try to hide about her? And why does almost no record of her remain? Some secrets are buried for a reason. But in Egypt, even the sands can't hold them forever. If that sparked your curiosity, hit the like button, share with a history lover, and explore more untold tales by clicking on the next video. History isn't just in books. It's waiting to be rediscovered, one lost story at a time.